Ira Epstein with your Morning Flash update for this Wednesday, the 25th of October, 2023, time about 8:10 a.m. Central Time. So we're getting in the earnings season here, and we're about 40%, just over that, done in the S&P of the companies reporting. Of that amount, over 80% have beat earnings. We saw yesterday that the Google Alphabet the market didn't like their number. That is weighing on the S&P a bit today in the NASDAQ. But the market fell in love with Microsoft, and that's helping the Dow, if you will. So it depends how you look at it. It was the cloud issue that was doing that. Now, in the gold market, it has since recovered. It's up about $1 right now. The dollar, pretty stable. They tried a good break size in the euro, going from 106.30 overnight back down to 105.89. It's since stabilized. Remember that tomorrow we get the European Central Bank number. And for us, we're going to get the all-important third quarter GDP. The latest Bloomberg survey is for 4.5% growth. The quarter before was, 2.1%, so that's a big number. You can see stability coming in right now into the crude markets. When we take a look at nat gas, it's time to move to the December contract, so be certain that you do that. It is up today, about 4 cents or so. In the grain market, they're still selling off in the corn market, but I'm still questioning if a month ago or so we didn't see our harvest low, and I talked about that in my morning flash update, and I show you why I am saying that. So this pullback is going to be a very important one to see where it goes. A lot of whipsaw action in cotton, one day up a lot, next day down a lot. It's going to fight at major moving averages right now to see just what it's made out of. When we take a look at the day's event, the mortgage market numbers came out. They were down 1% for the index as a whole. The purchase index down 2.2. The refinance is still going on. I'm a little surprised at that. Who's refinancing at these rates? Where are you getting a good rate? I don't get it, but it's happening. We get the new home sales data for September. That's going to come out at 9. They are looking for it up 0.7%. We will see if that actually happens. The EIA petroleum stock estimates come out at 9:30. And today there is another vote now for the House Speaker. There are 5 candidates. Mike Johnson seems to be the leader. President Trump this morning came out and said all 5 are fine people. He prefers Mike Johnson, but any of them that would take the speaker would be acceptable to him. And you got to remember, he's looking over the party, and he is still the guy in control as to what is going on. Don't you make any bones about that. That's what's going on. I find it interesting that Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, is in China, and he met with President Xi. That's a big deal. Very quietly, I am hearing that Democrats are concerned that in a run-up, and I talk about it in this morning's report, I give you the polls that have just come out. He is in a margin of error of losing to Trump in the swing states. I think there's 7 swing states. So people are very quietly going, if this gets worse, do we have to find somebody? And Gavin Newsom seems to be a candidate that a lot of people are whispering about. I don't know. His ideas for me are pretty radical. I don't look at California from my perspective as the state that I think is the best for this country. I think their ways of doing business very, very difficult. Their ideas, take a look at what happened in San Francisco. I have the ability from time to time to go to California and walk through some of the areas because my son lives there. And when I see it, and I see what they call tweakers, these people that walk the street and they're on their drugs, and it's all, don't get me wrong, you have it in big cities everywhere, but it seems much more out of control to me as a Midwesterner when I go there. Not knocking it. My uncle lives in California. My son lives there, so I have family there. There's no question about it. Okay, so what about what I talk in the mornings? One of the things that I do, and I hope you appreciate that, is I load you up every morning, be you a ETF stock trader or a futures trader, with my trade recommendations. I walk you through charts, 40 of them plus each morning. There'll be a mixture of daily and weekly charts, primarily Monday through Friday mornings. They're going to be the daily charts. What are we looking for? The patterns will look this way. and I'm going to give you the fundamentals, but then I'm going to carry you right into the chart action with trades. If I think there's nothing to do, I'm not bashful. I tell you there's nothing to do. But when I want to get aggressive, you will see it. And we get very aggressive in the market in terms of making recommendations for you. Every trade, if you look at it, will give you the idea of where the market's going. I label them. High risk to low risk, and then I label another series called embedded slow stochastic trades, which ties hand in hand with my course on that. The risk on those are a bit larger, but so are the profit objectives. So got to play it accordingly. It's not for everybody, but for those it's for. It's one of my favorite trades, to be honest. How do you find out more? Go to our website at iraepstein.com. Go under the area research. When you click that, you'll see a drop-down menu. It'll take you right there. You can move your cursor up here at any point. It'll take you to that as well. You'll see an icon. I'm Ira. I'll see you at the end of the day with our market wrap-ups. Maybe we'll get a house speaker by the end of the day. Who the heck knows? You have a good day.